Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the city of Most here, Autodrome Most track in the northern western part of Czechia. We got an extra today in the footage brought to you by Lutec Racing. We got the Supermonos, European Supermonos here with 3 races in Most, and we had a talk with the leader in the championship, Yeti van der Bunt, so we go to that footage right now.
We're here in Most in Czechia, and this time we have the European Supermonos as a guest. One of the international competitors lives in Austria. He's from the Netherlands. His name is Yeti van der Bunt. Yeti, you're racing for a German team in the Supermono. Could you tell us a little bit about the bike you're racing with?
Yeah, for sure. We are racing with a 450 Rotax engine. The geometry of the bike is based on a Moto3 Honda chassis. So this means a smaller chassis size, a lighter bike, and for example on tracks like this where it's more fluent, not a stop and go, we have an advantage compared to the bigger bikes.
You are a technician during weekdays. Does that give you an advantage in this particular prototype class?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is a class where you have to build everything yourself. You have to develop the bike yourself. So it's a big advantage if you have some technology, some technical background, and if you can develop this bike by yourself. So yeah, that's for sure a big advantage we have. Yes.
This weekend you still got 3 races on the agenda. You're way ahead in the championship. You're 38 points ahead. So what's the tactic going to be for the next 3 races?
I think quite simple. We stay enjoying it, and we will continue what we did all season. This approach worked out really well, so yeah, no reason to change this idea.
Well, good luck and have fun with the last 3 races, as you said, and maybe looking forward to a European Championship.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome back, and Yeri is working for the KTM factory in Austria right now, and used to work for the Tenkate team, which has the bikes in the superbikes, of course, and multiple World Supersport champions to their tally. So he's got a broad experience now, leading the championship with 113 points with 3 races still on the calendar. We're going to look forward to this race, Supermonos, a special prototype kind of championship. You know, the choice for chassis and engines are quite unlimited. As long as it's a 1-cylinder, that's the reason why it's called the Supermono, you got a bit of a choice. The choice is, or you got a maximal capacity of 800 cc's. If you choose for that, then you got a minimum weight of 95 kilos. But you can also choose for an engine in the bracket between 250 and 500 cc's, then you got a minimum weight of 90 kilos. And if you want to go even a bit further and take the 250 cc 1-cylinder monos, then you have a minimal weight of 80 kilos. So if you're light, you're nimble, you're small, you could either choose for the maneuverability or go for the outright power of a 1-cylinder 800 cc. So there's a difference in choice, and you already heard Jerry, he chose the former GP50 configuration as a chassis with a 450cc single-cylinder Rotax engine, and that's doing well because he's quite small as he is. The bigger guys go for the big tuned KTMs, or for the regionals, the MZ, who used to be a force to be reckoned with, of course, in the GP era, later became the MUZ and had their own Scorpion Cup with the 660cc machines. Later, of course, now also to be found back here in the Supermono category. European Supermono has quite a bit of history by going back to 1996 with different chassis makers there, like Over, Spondon, to call a few names, but also, quite some interesting names to the championship tally. To name one, 1998 Germany, Katja Puchkin, who knows her still. She got the championship belt up with the BMR Suzuki. Now we're looking forward, and I think they got a short starting procedure, if I can look now, or they have to go the long procedure. I'll have to have a look. That's a short starting procedure, no tire warmers here, no teams on the grid, so we'll go through the grid as soon as possible with you, because they got a race on their hands for at least 10 rounds in total. Pole position, Yuri van der Bunt. Second position, Czech rider Peter Nijman. Third on the race, Brit, the only Brit that is here, Jay Beller-Smith. Then it's Johan Karl, a very experienced campaigner for Mark Nemecek. For Emiliano Lazzarini from Italy, of course, in the sixth position. For Enrico Cairo, Nico Kerman, Libero Kamanici from the Czech Republic. And they build their complete bikes by their own. Mark Kubicik, Daniel Sagnetti, the number 35. Josef Frauenschuh is there. That's the number 1 plate, of course. And he's also in charge of the organization. For David Rezak, Ladislav Wojciech, Caleb Satici, and he's only Caleb is only 14 years of age. He lives in the Netherlands, but he's actually from Turkey.
Yes,
he's got a Turkish license, and the fun part of it is he's only 14 years amongst these mainly elder guys. But he's got an invitation for the Red Bull rookies. But since he's living in Turkey, he's got a Turkish passport, which is part of the Asian continent. He's also got an invitation for the Asian Talent Cup. So, and of course, when you got Turkish blood in your veins, he races with number 54. Caleb, a guy to look out for, because he's been on the road, and he's 4th in the champion, already been on the rostrum in Asse. They have been with the Alpe Adria Championship in the Slovakia ring. They had 3 races. They had 2 races in Asse. Now they have 3 races here in Most, which makes up a total of 8 races in the European Supermono. So we'll have a look out for the youngster in 4th position in the championship. Well, it has to start from 15th on the slot. Thomas Savigny, 16th position. Mario Wilhelm, also a force with the Supermotos for a long period of time. Martin Holanec, Robert Mitchell, Pavel Macek, Jaki Vaclav, Frank Wendland, and closing the lineup is a gentleman from the US called Bill Gillis, who's racing for the Kramer KDM factory machines. You can also purchase a machine. John Moons is one of the guys who did that. So quite a few guys from the US came over, and it was Bill who actually decided to be with the whole championship for the whole season, and his fellow compatriot was able also to get onto the rostrum in Asse. But let's go for the championship in this moment is in the hands of Yuri van der Bunt. Then Josef Frauenschuh and Daniele Sagnetti from Italy with the KTM. He's in the 3rd spot in the total rankings, but it is the fight between Yuri and Josef Frauenschuh. He's the guy for high-tech tuning, one of the best known KTM tuners in Austria. MX is his main field of expertise, but he uses the tuning of these KTM engines, who are the majority in this starting field, as his speciality. And Mislav, have you ever been ridden the Supermono?
No, never, to tell you the truth. But it would be nice.
Yeah, it's as I said before, you're free to create your own chassis or purchase one from, for example, Nico Bakker or the chassis factory, or anyone who produces chassis. But quite a few guys actually also produce their own frame. I'd let a look at.
Or they use the existing frames from another manufacturer.
Yeah,
because I remember back in the day they used the Aprilia 125 Sport Production and the 250s as well, and then the 125 GP chassis as well. We see a couple of them here
as well. You know, so looking forward to that. I know Jay Beller-Smith has got his own chassis built by the whole family, which is present here on the paddock. He's quite tall actually for such a small bike, but let's see if he can pull around. Departing from the first row, 3rd position, huge Brit with a small Dutchman in the pole position by means of Yuri van der Bunt. Born in Hoevelaken, lived in Nijkerk, and then he's off. Good start from the 2nd row from Johan Karl, the number 5.
Yes, the number 5 had an excellent start.
Also a very experienced campaigner, wasn't with us, but he's also in 5th in the championship from Germany. Johan Karl had a win in Slovakia, 2nd place in Slovakia and a 3rd there. But let's go live to the race here in the first corner. Tight as it is, everyone's struggling to get through the first corner. Even one guy with a straight steering rack.
On the KTM, yeah.
Yeah, is it Johan Karl? Oh, it's the 21. It's Yeti van der Bunt putting the Raha Germany Rotax driven engine in front. Nimble rider from the Dutch, as I said, living in Austria right now. And trying to wrap up the champion, having fun, but doing also collecting data as a technician, one of his hobbies, and has become his profession. Yeah, there we see your Joseph Vrouwenschuh, the number 1 plate, the number 14 plate of J. Beller Smith in pursuit. And as we said, there is a minimum weight, but there's not a maximum weight, so you can, you know, diminish all the weight. Oh, there's a faller. That's our US guest, Bill Gillis. Did not have any track time whatsoever. Had to stop in first qualification this morning because his front caliper was loose. So he escaped a major fall. Just only got a few laps under his belt, a lap and a half, and had to start from way in the back. But he took this as a training, but there's a problem. We see an oil flag being shown there. If anyone just dropped some oil there, was there anything else? An engine failure somewhere? Definitely an oil flag shown. First lap for Yeti van der Bunt for Joseph Vrouwenschuh. J. Beller Smith in third. Emilio Lazzarini is in the 4th position right now. Jerry taking the wider line. Oil flag again. Johan Karl had a blistering start, but now on the way back. That's the number 169 of Peter Nijman. I've seen him race in the Netherlands as well, and did a great job there in the Super Twins, if I remember well. Also another prototype class coming up. But firmly in the lead at the moment, Jerry van der Bunt. Van der Bunt, which is Dutch, not von der Bunt, because that's German. Joseph.
Trying to find our leaders again. Yeti van der Bunt way in the front with a huge advantage.
Yeah, only using the 450 engine, which gives him the advantage of being able to get a light bike underneath him. With his weight, hey, J. Beller Smith takes 2nd position off, and it is also the number 20 taking advantage of that same move is Nico Kerman, following in the footstep of the lanky Brit, who wasn't really having any trouble with the rainy conditions, but is his first outing here in Most, and clearly found his way. Long trip across the pond getting here, but of course the American has traveled the furthest. He will get that trouble, but was in the problem. The number 7 bike of Enrico Cairo also in the shot. Pretty close by. I forget. Oh, still oil flags being shown.
This is probably in the first corner in the chicane.
J. Beller Smith now is in 2nd place. It's Joseph Vrouwenschuh in 3rd position. Nico Kerman is in 4th. Johan Karl 5th. The 6th position for Peter Nijman. Emilio Lazzarini 7th. 8th is Libero Caminecci for the Mali Ara Racing Team. Family effort building that bike together. Johan Karl also in that one of the smaller bikes. You can see that's the probably a 125 frame, isn't it?
Yes, for sure. It's a 125 GP frame. I believe I remember that bike way a long time ago.
This is actually a 250 inspired frame where Jay is racing on, with some modifications to accommodate the lanky Brit. With the KTM engine, they used to use Userberg, but didn't finish any races. Got the KTM running, so they got the big engine, powerful engine in the small chassis. So that's a bit of a technical engineering feature. Beautifully done there, and he's really putting a little bit of breathing space between himself and the very experienced Joseph Vrouwenschuh. Women's shoe, that's what you call it. Yeah, he should have been a shoemaker, but he's not. He's tuning KTM engines. There you go, the number 169. So dear friend Peter Nijmeijer was able to depart from front row. And he's closing in, and it is Jay Beller-Smith with the home front watching at home. He's doing a great job, and let's have a look at these lap times, because we still got 21 people with Frank Wendland in the back. Yeti van der Bund with the 1:49, way ahead with 1:53 now for Jay Beller-Smith. Joseph Vrouwenschuh now 1:52 for both of them. 1:51.1 for Jay Beller-Smith and 1:52.8 for Joseph Vrouwenschuh. He's under attack of the number 20, going for the injured. Nico Kerrer has closed in and passed Joseph Vrouwenschuh. Joseph, what's happening? Wheeling, can't keep the front wheel. Oh, there's something wrong with the bike of Joseph. Too much horsepower, my dear friend. He's put too much horsepower. He can't keep the front wheel down, and that's what you need if you want to steer a bike. Your front wheel needs to be on the ground, or on the tarmac at least. Some troubles there, and now you see Joseph Karl with the nimble little bike closing up again on the big bike of Nico Kerrer. I haven't got all the technical specs, so I don't know exactly who's mounted what. But if you look at the timetables, you can see some of the engine frames and so forth, but most of them in their own creation, of course, with the prototype type of classes such as this is.
So still with Beller-Smith, who is leading this second group in front of number 20 and number 5. So it's a big fight going on for the third place on the podium. Joseph Vrouwenschuh is falling a bit back with his starting number 1.
Definitely some problems for the KTM there. Joseph, of course, also very busy with the organization of the European Supermono. And Jerry van Bund is just having it his own way. You know, he's taking it relaxed, nice and easy, smooth, using the characteristics of this Moss track to his full advantage with a demodeling of 12.6 seconds over number 2 guy. 150.8 now for the guys pursuing it, always closing into the 150.
We can see on the number 1 bike something is off. You can see it
on the back,
on the back, most definitely, and that is the problem. I believe
rear brake.
I believe the whole foot peg is off, and that is the rear brake just.
Yeah, that's probably the reason. But yeah, that's typically Joseph. He's not stopping, eh? As long as he's able to continue, he'll be there.
Yes, because it appears that he's holding his right leg on a different position. Maybe the cameras will be able to catch him.
Yeah, with the low sunlight. With the low sunlight, a bit difficult. But of course, in the championship, you know, the 38 points with another 25 to the tally, it is Joseph Vrouwenschuh defending his second position. While we're looking at the grass growing here in Most with the low sunshine. There we are, Jay Beller-Smith through your picture, and then the number 20 of Nico Kerrer. And then the pursuit. Well, the guys are, the camera guys probably have got a bit of a difficulty looking into this. Johan Karl in pursuit of Nico Kerrer. You can see the size difference between the two gentlemen, but also the size difference in bikes. It's good to see here with the low sunshine. Johan Karl also using his smaller bike to his full advantage by higher corner speeds. And of course now they go into the straight and he has to be straight into the slipstream. The wind is less than it was about a couple of hours ago, because it was on the straight, and there you can see the big one cylinder pulling away, and now on the braking is probably clawing back a bit of the difference. You see, you can brake a little bit later into the corner, and it's the cat and mouse play, while Jay Beller-Smith has been improving on his personal lap time towards a 150.529. Not putting any pressure on Yeti van der Bund, because he's way down the order already. It's only a 10-lap race. But this is the fight for third position right now. Let's see where our number 1 played. He's still in the game. 152.2 still with a broken foot peg for Joseph Vrouwenschuh.
Yes.
That's pretty clever, isn't it?
Broken foot peg.
And still doing a 52.
Yeah.
I can't do that. If I get 16 foot pegs, I wouldn't even make it.
The shoe got his foot peg broken.
Yeah, yeah, He can mend shoes, but he can't mend his shoe peg. It's a different configuration, but he'll figure it out, I think. But bad luck for Bill. You know, getting into the gravel track, probably a technical issue there. Hopefully, you get the Kramer KDM working again. Being able to participate within the AMA, within the Daytona races. Found his love for the motorsports way back, and now fully happy with the Supermono class. Getting back to the full shot. There he is.
Yes, there he is.
Josef Frauenschuh.
Yes, you can see something sparking, you know.
Yeah, sparks all over, hanging loose. You should not get a black flag for that, hopefully. But you can see on his riding style, he's adapting more to the classic riding style because he needs to keep his legs close to the tank. And of course, our dear friend, Mr. Josef Frauenschuh, is not 20 anymore, so he's capable of doing the old way. Back to the fight for third position. Nico Kerrer and Johan Karl having it out together. David de Glide. That's what you think of. You see those differences in bikes, but that's the fun part of the regulations within the Supermono. See where you can gain some advantage. It is Germany and Germany, if I'm right, fighting it out on the track.
So still no changes in the standings.
That's what I remember. Nico is racing one of those Scorpions, the MUZ, the old Czechian factory. Later with the name, the U planted in between. The MZ races of the early 50s. MUZ Scorpion Cup. We had that one in Holland. It was a very successful cup race. Instead of those engines and the configuration still being used. Nico Kerrer has got one of those. So it's a Rotax KTM Scorpion and then KTM again for Josef Karl, but that's a smaller version. Some of them use the Honda CRF 450s, you know, the MX engines also quite in demand within the Supermono. As long as you stay within the 450, that's what probably one of the ones Peter Nijman has got in his number 169. Machine, 6 laps gone, 7 laps gone. How far are we? We still got 3 laps to go for Yeti van der Bunt, firmly in the lead with a 16.447 lead, with a fastest lap, personal fastest lap, again for Jay Ballard-Smith. Getting to grips with the track, probably trying to get below the 150 benchmark for himself. Back to the team, Smith Brothers, which is, I think, is a great name for a team.
Yeah, I agree.
It used to be a transport company, Smith Brothers and Co, whatever you call it. It's good, but you know, they made it across the pond. It used to be a large contingent. It used to be very, very popular in the UK as well, Supermonos. Yeah, they got their Super Twins now, which are written, of course, in the Isle of Man. And they had the lightweight class there, and the Twins are quite popular now in the UK. And that's coming to the mainland, the Super Twins as well, in Belgium and the Netherlands. Same type of configuration idea with the 2-cylinder 650s, and of course these are still the Supermonos for the real enthusiastic technicians amongst the riders. So for them it's the fun of building the bike and racing it as well. And if you like the class and you're not a good technician, you can purchase one now. For example, by Kramer Factory Racing, they build a full spec Supermono racer for you if you would like, but you have to bring the money. All right, there is Johan Karl there. It's a back marker there being passed. Where is our Johan Karl? Yes, he's in front while we were talking about it. He has pulled in front of Nico Kerrer and has pulled away straight away. Probably got use of the back marker out of our sight. Nico Kerrer now in 4th position. Johan Karl in 3rd in the AMF. He's in the KTM now with a good firm grip on 3rd position. And what's happening with Josef Frauenschuh? He's still around. That's the number 34 in hot pursuit. That's probably Emilio Lazzarini. Yes, it's him on the KTM now in 6th position in hot pursuit of Josef Frauenschuh. Last lap around. Still a 150.3 for Josef Frauenschuh, without
very
a foot
good
peg.
time.
Talking about stamina.
An ultimate lap, ladies and gentlemen, in this Supermono race, final race of this cloudy Saturday.
Cloudy? Where do you see the clouds? The sun is out still. Come on, where are you?
Therefore, this is our final race. And of course, tomorrow we'll start it all over again. Just with the Honda Talent Challenge as well. So tomorrow 8 races are in our broadcast here in the Autodrome Most. Yeti van der Bund goes into the final lap of this race with a huge advantage.
Still a sub 150 for Yeti van der Bund, easily. And where's the fight for a second? Yeri is already way into the back marker, so there's a huge difference in speed. Looking at the number 188 for Vaclav, currently in 19th position. So he's cutting through the field even with the 10-lap race. Way faster than the big boys. Yeah, we'll stay with Yeri probably for the remainder of the lap. With that 25 points added to it, that will make it 138 points. Josef Frauenschuh is still fighting for his chances, but will it be enough? He is still in 5th position, but it is Petter Nijman who's closing in. Difference on the line was only still a sub 150 for Josef Frauenschuh as well, with 1 foot. Imagine what he could do.
With the shoe or without?
With the shoe, that's the point. He probably has lost his shoe as well without being on the foot pack. So 5th place will be 11 points if he is able to keep it on the tarmac for the remainder of the last lap, while Petter Nijman is also pretty close behind on the road.
We are approaching the final corner with Yeti van der Bund, our leader in this FIM Supermono race. He will take the victory with a huge advantage.
I think
around 20 seconds is his advantage. And Yeti van der Bund takes the victory here at Autodrome Most in the Czech Republic.
Yeah, okay, let's get back to the mathematics later on. Let's first get the finish here, and it is supposed to be Jay Beller-Smith on 2nd position, but we were waiting for him to cross the line because there were a few back markers there. And we missed him, or is he still there? This is Johan Karl inside the German, and let's get back to the first screen, and we have, yes, Jay Beller-Smith in 2nd, Johan Karl 3rd. Josef Frauenschuh made it to 4th. Was even
with the fastest lap of the race.
Incredible.
1:48.7, ladies and gentlemen.
Then I have to do my mathematics back again, because that's 13 points added to the total. That's 88 points. Whoa, it might have just been enough. If we look, then we have exactly 50 points between the two of them. So it's not decided yet. It's not decided yet due to that fast lap in the last. It was Josef Frauenschuh who postponed the decision in the championship by just putting out another, the fastest lap in the last lap, and took 4th position, which was just enough not to hand over the title yet to Yeti van der Bund. Great effort, great effort.
Yes, an outstanding race.
Yeah, hats off or shoe off, which you should say in this case.
Head off for the shoe.
Heads off for Mr. Josef Frauenschuh. I think it deserves a huge compliment. Beautiful race, of course. You got the agenda in front of you. What have we got on the agenda for tomorrow, Mislav?
Yes, this is, as we mentioned, the final race of this Saturday, and tomorrow we'll be kicking off at 11 a.m. with the Alpe Adria Cup 600, followed by the Alpe Adria Cup 1000 at 11:40. Continuing with the Honda Talent Challenge combined with the FIM Supermono Cup at 12:20. The Super Sport 300 is set to start at 140. Then the Super Stock 600 at 225. 310 is reserved for the Super Stock 1000. And the Super Bikes will be at 355. And again, we will conclude this beautiful weekend with the final race of the FIM Supermono Cup at 4:45. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This has been all for our Saturday broadcast. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope that you will be with us back again tomorrow. All the best in this Saturday from me and Martin from Autodromost. Thank you.
All right.